A common strategy is to anticipate your opponent's intention. For example, defenders who can accurately read the offense can predict their movements before they happen. In movies, enemies are always trying to outthink and outfake each other. Sometimes they use chess terminology to describe this. Chess is a game of strategy and hidden intentions. The pieces are plainly visible, but the intentions behind the pieces are not. A common sales objection overcoming strategy is to understand the intention behind the objection. If you don't understand the intention behind the objection, it's hard to address the objection. Sometimes our intentions are hidden even from ourselves. When patients visit therapists, for example, there are often two issues. The presenting issue, which the patient thinks is the real issue, and the truer, deeper issue, which may take quite a bit of time to get to. This is why couples tend to get into a fight about things that don't really seem too important on the surface. But underneath, there are some deep emotional issues. The more we let these deeper emotions fester, the worse we'll explode when we have silly arguments about toilet seats and toothpaste caps. Sometimes our outward expressions are the opposite of our intentions because we have doubts about our intentions. We don't want to acknowledge those doubts, so we ignore them, usually by externalizing them, and we end up seeing them in other people. When you have two people that have similarly structured doubts that are both hidden, they tend to externalize them onto each other, which can lead to some very explosive arguments, like a self-destructive dance of death between matter and antimatter. From a structural standpoint, this can be pretty easy to understand. On a very deep level, we have our most basic instincts: food, sex, social validation, etc. Then we have our surface level conscious expressions of those instincts. But in between, we have our hidden doubts about how we may or may not get those instincts satisfied based on our surface level expressions. It can seem pretty confusing, but if you take the time to understand the basic thought process, it can get very easy. It's kind of like having X-ray vision, knowing what moves the other guy is going to make before they make it. Like advanced athletes, chess players, and movie spies. Needless to say, taking the time to understand these ideas will give you an incredible advantage. Go to the link on your screen to find out how.